Good morning. It is still dark. We're getting into the time of year when morning doesn't come until a little bit later. But I've got stuff to do on the farm, and then I can't wait to show you what I've been working on. This is really exciting. It's December, and lighthouse. I've got a lot to show you, so let's take a look. Let's see here. I've got to get some of this into the sheep. They're going through more food now that I've got all the babies, and they are missing like fresh greens. And I will check with the restaurant to see if they need any of this. Otherwise, I might sell some to my neighbors or give it to them this month. I'm worried it's gonna go bad. What else do we got? I took care of the eggs last month, and I haven't had too many new ones since then. How are you doing, chickens? Good? Okay. I think your chickens are fine. Oh, I probably need to move some of this honey into my garage. Make room for more. Let's check in on the sheep. Actually, I'll go this way. Oh, it's so dark. Hey, sheep. How you doing? Yeah, you're getting a little low. Hey, friends. Hi, everyone. How are we all doing this morning? Everyone good? Yeah, okay. Great. Well, looks like very little drama here on the farm this morning. I will get some stuff moved around for the sheep and move the honey into my building here. How much do I have over here right now? I have 4 pallets. Okay. I think I need to get the sheep some more hay too, so I'll do that. Oh, I should check in on the wool. Why is this door not opening? Did I get stuck in here? Okay. Weird. I think I'm getting kind of full on wool over here, so I might need to move this into my shed. I don't think... I'm getting close. I might move 3 of these pallets into my shed also on the other end here. I don't think the neighbors are ready for more wool yet. They're still processing through what I've sold them earlier this year. I'll check with them and see when they will want more over in their factory. So yeah, I think I'm going to spend some time this morning moving around a bunch of pallets. And then I will bring you in a little bit later and take you over to the other terp and show you what has happened since I last saw you. It is very exciting. I don't want to spoil her. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, got my morning chores done. Just been over here feeding Bernie. We did a nice little session of fetch, and I think I'm ready to take you over to the other terp and show you what I've been working on. What are you doing, chicken? I had more honey than I thought, so I took some into town to Astrid, to the shop. She is like taking goods from me. I also took some lettuce to her, and a few eggs. She takes goods from me sort of like on consignment, and as she sells them, she accounts for how much she sells, and then I collect from her periodically. So it's like another way of selling goods. I don't do it very often. She doesn't go through a lot in the store, but it's another sort of income point, which I really need. If you are noticing, my cash is very, very low. And that's because I've done everything I wanted to do on the other terp. I've got the new sort of garage building set up where I've got the equipment stored over there, and I've got the paddock. I've got the horses. It's amazing. My loan did come through. I tried to keep it as small as I could to get what I needed to do done, and maybe I should have taken more money as a buffer. Like, I am so broke right now, and I need to make a loan payment, and I need to pay money to my helper. The neighbor, Katrina, her son Lucas, has been helping me take care of the horses and starting to learn about the sheep. And I'm paying him $500 a month for his part-time help. And all that is just going to add up quickly. But I think I can sell some stuff soon. I've got money coming in, I think, from Astrid for the stuff I took over to her earlier. And next month I should be able to sell some lettuce at the shop in town. And in a couple months I'll be able to sell wool. And I should have income coming in soon from the terp. Look, you can see my new barn back there. I should have income coming in soon from people booking on the terp. I've been setting up for bookings starting in the spring. I should have everything sort of up and running by then. I want to spend a couple months getting to know the horses, figuring out how all this is going to work. And I'm putting together some more packages with the people in town for factory tours and farm tours and goods we can sell over to Marion. She has a little store over on her holiday cottage area. I should take this bush out. Put a road in or something up here. I want to plow these fields. I want to put in new fields on either side of the terp here this month. The weather's not too cold. So I need to get that done. But I got to show you the horses. It's wonderful. Or wunderbar, as I should say. Horses! Let's go park up the bike and I'll show you around. I'm so happy to have this done. Everything over here is really shaping up. So, this is my new garage building. It's kind of modest. I don't need a lot here. I've got the plow stored here right now that I'm renting. Hopefully I'll be able to turn that back in soon. This is a little sort of two-bay garage area where I've got that little side-by-side that I won in the raffle, and I've got a few bales of hay transferred over here for the horses. I need to bring some more over. I just did a small trip and I sort of filled up their paddock. Don't worry, we'll get to them. And then this is like a bigger area that's got that tractor in it, and right now it's got all of the stuff that I've been working on for planting for the field work. I've got the cultivator, the roller, and the seeder over here. So I don't know how I'm going to move these back and forth between here and my main yard. Maybe all the field work, small implements like this are going to live here. And there's no room to put the harvester here. But having this stuff over here kind of makes it feel more like a working farm for the field work, for anybody who's renting. And the horses. Hi, friends. This is Applejack and Jacob. And they are younger than I would have liked. I was sort of hoping for some older horses that might be pretty seasoned, pretty calm, with known temperaments, because I'm going to have a lot of people in and out of here who are not necessarily experienced with horses. But Otto wasn't really able to find anything exactly like that, so these two are younger, and I need to ride them regularly, do some training with them, and I'm also working with Lucas to do what they need to help with the training, basically, and the exercise that they need. But yeah, these are my horses. So we'll get on and go for a ride in a little bit. So I think everything here is really shaping up. I wonder if I should clean up these bushes or leave them so it's kind of green here. I don't know. So yeah. So the loan I ended up taking was for $15,000. That shouldn't be too bad. I might even be able to pay it back after I sell wool in the spring and maybe honey. Definitely with what, like 5 months of income from the terp, I should be able to sell it back or to return it, assuming nothing goes really badly. So I think I should have this paid off in under 6 months. If not, well, I guess under 6 months of the agritourism being active. I have up to 2 years to pay it back, but if I take the whole time, I pay a lot more in interest, so like it's best for me to pay it back early. And I am just so happy to have this going. I don't know, it feels like a way I can really contribute to the community here. With the everything we're getting set up with the packages for the factory tours and for the stuff that the people in town are offering, the bakery and the restaurant, it's really shaping up to be good for the whole island, to have more tourism and tourism focus. I mean, it was always kind of tourist focused, but everybody was sort of doing their own thing. Nobody was really organizing it for everybody to collaborate together. They had a few things, like they have the Board of Tourism had set up that sort of scavenger hunt thing, and that's fine, but most people don't find that stuff when they come here, and I don't know, this is a way to get people more involved with the community. So I'm super excited about it. And some of the other farmers on the island are getting into this whole agritourism idea. I don't know that they want people to be working in their fields, because anything in this field, right? Like, I don't know if any of the people who are working on the farm are actually going to do a good job or not. They might do a crappy job. So the fields may not yield very much. Like, this could all be more or less junk, or very little. I hope it's enough to feed the animals anyway. But I can't rely on it for income. The income is really going to be coming in from renting out the terp. And the other farms can't rely on that. They don't have areas like this to rent out. But they can do farm tours. They can do, like, tractor pulls. We've been talking about types of events we might host where we all contribute our equipment and do little sort of game type things for the tourists. So I think it has sort of started a lot of energy and a lot of discussion here on the island about how we might collaborate better and help each other. And it feels so good to be able to do that. And you're not going to believe this. The bakery in town, they have been using a lot of... Yes, I know, friends. We'll get for a ride soon. They've been using a lot of the goods that we produce here on the island in making the stuff that they sell in the bakery. But on their sign, they just had, like, locally produced honey, locally produced eggs, or whatever. We made a small change to their signage, and now they are saying which of the farms on the island are producing the things that they're using. So a lot of their eggs come from me. So they say local eggs from my farm name, which I still haven't learned to pronounce properly. My German is not great. But anyway, local eggs from my farm, the honey from my farm, and milk from the farm across the way. From the farmer who is kind of my enemy. I think I'm finally winning him over. I didn't realize this. You know, we saw the large cow production over on that island when I was over there working on my fields. I should probably go over there and work on my fields soon. He took over some of that cow production from the farmer who left the island, who left the dog behind. He doesn't have the whole thing running. He doesn't have it running at full capacity. And he's sort of like leasing it until that farmer finds another person to actually buy that cow production. But he is the only person on either island producing milk. So his farm is listed for the milk at the bakery. And it turns out he produces a lot of the wheat that the mill uses to make flour. So the mill is on there for the flour production, but also the wheat, having come from his fields, is on the sign at the bakery. So his farm is getting a lot more visibility with tourists who are coming in, and they have started asking for farm tours of his farm, which he is charging money to do, and he's starting to get into the, like, agritourism aspects of milk production. So working with the cows, milking them, taking the milk to the dairy. It's making him extra money. And it's giving him stuff to do besides just run around in the fields, which, you know, I've talked about this. It's very seasonal. Sometimes there's a lot to do, sometimes there's not a lot to do, and with the animals that helps. The animals always need work, but I think part of his crankiness has just been his kids are gone, he's not quite sure what to do with himself. Now he's got a steady stream of people coming in from the holiday cottages, and soon from my terp here, who want to know more about how agriculture works here on the Hallig and want to see his operation. And he gets to talk about it. And he gets to finally feel pride in this thing that he has put his life into that I think he felt was taken away from him a little bit when his kids left. Like, I guess he interpreted that as them sort of turning their back on what he built throughout his lifetime, what he spent his life doing. They were saying, that's not good enough for me. But now, complete strangers want to hear more about what he has spent his life building. And I think that has given him back a lot of that pride that his kids sort of inadvertently took from him when they decided to go pursue other paths off the Hallig. So I don't know if he's going to say anything to me about it, but I think I'm winning him over. I think he's going to have to admit soon that I am part of the community and I care about the community and I've worked hard to build something here with everybody. I feel so good about that. So good. I am going to get the horses out one by one, and I'll set the drone up to follow us so you can see me exercising the horses. I don't think I'll do it every month, but it'll be a fun thing now that they're sort of like new on the farm for you to see them. And then I will probably do some plowing, get those other fields plowed. So I will catch you in some farm work, but I'm so happy to give you these updates. Feels like I'm really making progress here. It is a surprising amount of fun to ride these guys. This is such a beautiful place. And to be able to ride the horses around, no engine noise, just the birds and the ocean, really lets you feel connected to the countryside that you're riding through. And it's just such a lovely place. I can't tell you how good this is for the soul. I don't think I would have thought to get horses on my own. So I really appreciate whoever suggested I should get horses. I think that was Sean G, but I'm not positive. These guys have been a wonderful addition. It's nice to have Lucas to help out every now and again. I don't have time to get over here all the time. I get busy with the sheep. But I really, really enjoy the riding them. You have to brush them and take care of them too. I brushed them after I brought them back. So it's been a little bit since I finished. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get the tractor out. I'm going to get the tractor out and get it hooked up to the plow here. And I'll get into a time lapse and plow those other two fields. I want to do like a longer field up either side of the terp here. And yeah, I think that'll probably be most of what I accomplished this month. But I'm very, very glad to be able to share these updates. This is just so... It's good for the heart, you know? It's good for me. I wasn't sure what life would look like after my wife passed, and I feel like the last few months in particular here on the Hallig, I've gotten a lot of new purpose, and I'm starting to remember what it's like to feel content, happy even, which I wasn't sure I would ever feel again. So I'm in a good place, y'all. Let's hop into a time lapse. I've got the plowing all set. That's not quite what I had planned. You probably noticed things are a little bit different than how I described it to you. So over here, I was planning to have just 2 long fields that ran the whole length from where I had ended this other field, around here, all the way back to the back. And it was going to be the same on both sides, just these 2 long fields. And I was thinking about leaving a gap here and how I might want like a road here, because I come in a lot off this path when I come from my terp, and Lucas does the same. So I thought it might be nice to have a cut off directly to that path. Otherwise, you have to go all the way up to the road up there, and then all the way along the front of the road, and then all the way up the long drive to the terp. So that's like an extra 3 long segments. But then I realized there's a tree right there, and I would have to take the tree out, and it's kind of like an awkward place to come up anyway because the horse paddock is like right here. Hey, horses. So I thought about it, and I think I'm just going to put in a path here through this bit, which the path is, the red path there is closer to the terp here anyway, and I'll remove these bushes, and it can just go right up here between the horse paddock and the little building. So I don't have to take any trees out, everything gets to stay nice, and there will still be a nice little short cut off here. So that's why the fields on this side don't quite match what I had described. And I just took this one back a little farther than on the other side. So yeah, I will get these bushes taken out before I see you next. I don't know if I'll have the path in yet, because I have so little money right now. The plow, I've been using it long enough that I had to pay an additional rental fee while I was plowing that. So I probably am going to take the plow back now. On this side, I did what I described. This field ends here. And then I just did a nice long field that goes all the way back to there. Sort of hugs the edge of the terp there. So I'm not on the curvy bit too much. So yeah, I've got the fields ready. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this back part. And honestly, I think it's more than I can manage right now to get ready for spring. Whatever I end up doing back here. It's a big area. All the way over there where I've got that other field going. So I don't really want to plow it with that tiny plow, and I don't know what I'm going to put in here. I don't know if I need more grass for the horses, or if the field I've got over by the sheep is enough to produce enough hay for both. So I think I'm just going to leave this, and maybe next year, maybe in the fall or next winter, I'll think about how I need to, what else I might need to grow, and I'll put something in here. So yeah. This is all set, basically. I think I'm done with what I'm going to do this month. Next month, I will get in and lime these fields. Looking good. And either next month or the month after, I'll cultivate them. And I also need to cultivate the ones over on the other Hallig, over by former enemy, maybe? Over by his area. So maybe I'll do that next month and do the lime here, and then the month after that cultivate here, so that I'm ready to go in the spring with the spring planting. It's exciting. Everything is coming together. We're so close to being ready to start this up as an actual agritourism destination. Gosh, I'm just really happy. I hope you all are having a lovely winter, and happy holidays.